constituency, where Alliance for Democracy candidate Wachepa Piri has been declared the winner. In Nkhotakota Northeast, Overstone Kondowe of the Malawi Congress Party has been declared the winner, while in Dedza Central East constituency, Joshua Malango of the Malawi Congress Party has emerged victor. And Osman Mabira of the Democratic Progressive Party has been declared winner of Jumalile Ward in Balaka South constituency.
The Commission has also noted the continued absence of CSOs, including the National Initiative for Civic Education Trusts, during by-elections. We would like to state that the law makes voter education a continuous activity, and therefore it is our expectation that CSOs and their development partners would embrace the electoral cycle philosophy and continue to do civic and voter education throughout the electoral cycle instead of waiting for general elections only.
That's MEC Chairperson Justice Chifundo Hajari. The Public Appointments Committee says poor security in the country's prisons is negatively affecting the operations of the incarceration centers. PAC Chairperson Joyce Chitsulo was speaking in Lilongwe on Wednesday after meeting Chief Commissioner for Prisons Grace Wandika Piri on the mobile money fraud emanating from the prisons. Wezi Gausi reports.
Chitsulo says the committee noted with concerns that one thing fueling the vice is lack of proper security machines in prisons. She says there's need for more funding towards prisons to enable the institution to purchase the needed security machines.
According to her presentation, there's need to have good machines for security at the gates in the prisons, which are not available currently.
For Human Rights, Education, Advice and Assistance, CREA, Executive Director Victor Muhango says what the country has are not supposed to be called prisons in a modern world.
So, the problem is that sometimes we put much pressure on the prison department without actually finding what exactly is the problem in our prisons.
Prison Commissioner Grace Piri refused to grant the media an interview after the meeting.
One of the cannabis off-takers, United States Cannabis Association, has hinted that 1 hectare of cannabis could fetch up to 180 million kwacha from an investment of around 25 to 30 million kwacha per hectare. The cannabis buyer said the cost analysis is based on prices sourced from other countries such as Lesotho, which is doing well with the crop. Thurston Malegezo has more in this report.
United States Cannabis Association Director of Operations Oliver Njovu says if properly cultivated, farmers could produce around 8 to 10 tons of cannabis per hectare and get around $5,000 per kilogram. Njovu made the remarks Tuesday in Mzimba district during a land verification exercise of cannabis fields of cooperatives, companies and partnerships which have registered to plant the crop this year.
Statistically, the financial analysis or the cost analysis for Malawi are not very clear. We are borrowing from other countries. But what we are aware about is that in those other countries, the cost of production, for example, we know how much are the seeds, as we have already said, 8.8 million, the greenhouses, the cultivation and the labor requirements, the logistics that come with the training, all those are the costs that are put in.
Meanwhile, some farmers have started raising fears over what they described as stiff regulations in the cultivation of the leaf. While welcoming the buyer, one of the farmers, Paul Chongwe, chairperson of United Organic Producers Cooperative, said they are still not aware how much they would be getting after sales, as no proper cost analysis has been done.
Reservations will come in because up until now we haven't yet come to the prices. We are still working on
20, which saw the establishment of the Cannabis Regulatory Authority to regulate the cannabis industry as provided for in the Cannabis Regulation Act of 2020.
The Tobacco Association of Malawi Farmers Trust says it is committed to ensuring that child labor is eradicated in Malawi. Tama Farmers Trust President Abel Kalima Banda was speaking in Lilongwe on Wednesday during a conference on eliminating child labor in Malawi, which brought together tobacco growers from Jinji, Lilongwe, Salima, Nkhotakota and Nchisi. Banda said Tama Farmers Trust members stopped using child labor a long time ago. He explains.
We know that these days the child labor issue is a problem. Some 2 years ago, the tobacco was banned to cross the borders of America.
The scene says the matter has been adjourned to a date which is to be communicated in due course. Registrar Gladys Gondwe was yet to give reasons for the adjournment, but Manondo and Kubembe's lawyer Michael Goba Chipeta says he was told by the judiciary that all cases scheduled between October and December have been adjourned. Judge Michael Tembo convicted the three and sentenced Kasambala to 13 years, while Manondo and Kumwembe were sentenced to 15 years imprisonment with hard labor. The shooting of Mpuyo in 2013 opened a can of reports of massive plunder of government money at Capitol Hill, dubbed Cashgate.
Deputy Minister of Labour, Vera Kamtugule, has called for integration of vocational skills in all sectors of development in the country. Kamtugule was speaking during a regional meeting on technical and vocational education and training organizations for SADC countries in Lilongwe. Rebecca Jimjeka has more in this report read by Wezi Gausi.
According to the Deputy Minister, government is ready to address the challenges and strengthen TVET systems.
Women don't want to engage, and then because of the nature of the jobs. But what we are saying is, when we look at issues of gender, what we are saying is, what is it that is stopping women from entering into those sectors? What a man can do, also women can do. We never used to have women driving those construction machinery, but today we are seeing them, meaning that we are breaking the trajectory, we are changing those. And so what we are saying is that we are, as stakeholders in the sector, we are the ones to raise the profile of TVET in Malawi, but also to do deliberate steps to ensure that we are promoting or enhancing the participation of women and girls.
On his part, a representative of SADC Secretariat, Robin Raja, says research shows that African countries are lagging behind when it comes to implementation of TVET.
So what we're doing, and hopefully that's going to come through beginning of next year, we're actually talking to the European Training Foundation under the African Qualifications Framework Initiative to see if we can have what is called as a competency-based framework, which actually will articulate at all levels the competencies required for the TVET sector, which will then permit the smooth or seamless delineation of moving from diploma to a degree level.
During the meeting, participants are expected to share TVET developments in their respective countries.
This is Times News. We'll be back with more after the break.
We all start differently, but we can all start with the strongest protection. Because some start early, others start late. Some from little homes, others from big ones. Some start together, or all on their own.
It doesn't matter how you start, as long as you start strong. With new Colgate's Maximum Cavity Protection. Now with fluoride plus arginine for 4 times more strengthening power. So that you can give them the strongest start to their day. Colgate. Start strong, stay strong.
If there's one thing that all soaps do, it's wash. From buckets to basins, bathrooms to streams, and everything in between.
All soaps wash.
Yes, but Protex is different. Its reinvented formula with flaxseed oil boosts your skin's natural anti-germ defenses by 10 times more, protecting you against 99.9% of germs. So what keeps us healthy?
Protex!
Good health starts here.
Some call it the hustle, others call it the grind, others call it kupusha or kuzisaga. Whatever you call it, you will need passion, determination, the will, the zeal to overcome obstacles. You will need to believe, because the hustle is not easy. It requires effort and the right mindset. And when you feel like giving up, you will need someone to step up, to give you that push, to keep you going. At National Bank of Malawi, we believe that a young hustler's dream is bankable. That is why we are stepping up to help you step up your hustle. So rise, young entrepreneurs. This is your moment. Let us help turn your dreams into reality with Step Up Entrepreneur from National Bank of Malawi. Call 626 for more details. National Bank of Malawi, the bank of the nation.
Welcome back. This is Times News. Britain, through the Deputy British High Commissioner to Malawi, David Pert, on Wednesday donated an operation vehicle to the Department of Immigration and Citizenship Services. The handover ceremony took place at its headquarters in Blantyre. Thomas Kajere has more in this report.
Deputy British High Commissioner to Malawi, David Pert, says they have donated to the department as one way of beefing up resources for its effective operation.
We knew that we had this vehicle that we wanted to donate to a good cause, and High Commissioner Mr. Dave Beer, His Excellency Dave Beer, had been to Mangochi not long before and knew that the Border Force, Immigration Force were looking for more vehicles to help with their patrolling. So we decided that would be a good home for our vehicle, that we knew it would be put to good use. It's a perfect type of vehicle for that sort of terrain and that sort of job. So then I spoke to Superintendent Kasambo to see if he'd be willing to take the vehicle on, and he agreed. So that was the start of the process.
Director General for Immigration, Hannings Mlota, thanked the British government for the gesture, adding it will help the institution in terms of combating illegal migration and transport challenges. Mlota added that with the porous borders Malawi has, the vehicle will help a lot in terms of national security. He, however, assured that the vehicle will be put to good use.
Today is quite a great day for us as a Department of Immigration, in that we have received a Land Rover Defender from the British government through the British Deputy High Commissioner, and we are very, very grateful because we never expected it, because we have seen the vehicles quite strong and durable, and it will help us a long way to improve our operational effectiveness, because mobility has been and is still quite a challenge for us as a department. My office will make sure that this vehicle is used for its intended purpose.
The gesture has come at a time different government institutions are facing challenges, including lack of adequate resources.
Banjalam Tsogolo says it is committed to complementing the government's efforts in the fight against sexually transmitted infections and teen pregnancies amid the COVID-19 pandemic. During the relaunch of Manyuchi Premium Condoms in Lilongwe on Wednesday, the organization's social marketing manager, Michael Gwenda, said the COVID-19 pandemic has worsened challenges being experienced in the provision of sexual and reproductive health services. He spoke to our reporter, McDonald Tom.
COVID-19 has affected everyone, even abroad. We had our friends, our partners in India had problems, and then we couldn't actually bring in the condoms in Malawi in time to our clients. So yeah, there's been those gaps, and also the pricing of items. You know, wherever there's scarcity of an item, the prices normally go up. So that has impacted a lot. So that's why we thought it wise that we should have this particular condom.
In other news, local seed company Demeter has urged farmers to use certified seeds to realize bumper yields. The company is raising awareness on scratch cards, seed label technology, which has been introduced to stamp out fake seeds on the market. Josephine Chibofia has this report read by Patience Lunda.
Demeter Seed National Sales Manager Benson Banda said it is important that farmers are made aware of the technology so that they purchase genuine seeds for the 2021-2022 farming season. Banda said this in Mzuzu, where the company held roadshows to raise awareness of the new system. He added that most farmers are growing leguminous plants which are prone to counterfeit but are on high demand on the market, hence the need for high quality seeds.
It is very important, farmers out there, to make sure that you are using certified seed. The time you invest, the monies we invest, at the end of it all, it goes up to the yield you get. So most probably yield is compromised when farmers are actually planting uncertified seed.
30% of seeds on the market are fake, which has over time contributed to low crop output in the country. The Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with seed companies and other stakeholders, have introduced crash cards in every certified parent seed as one way of countering fake seeds, which are on the rise on the markets. At the launch of the 2021-2022 Affordable Imports Program, AIP, Minister of Agriculture, Robin Lowe, said the arrangement will start this season. These crash cards will go on all maize and legume seeds in the current growing season, and thereafter seed labels will be placed on all certified seed packets sold in Malawi.
And that's the news tonight. But before we go, the headlines again. The Malawi Electoral Commission announces official results in Tuesday's by-election. Public Appointments Committee summons the prison service over mobile money fraud emanating from the incarceration centers. And United States Cannabis Association hints that 1 hectare of cannabis could fetch up to 180 million kwacha. Remember, you can get more on these and other stories by visiting our website, www.times.mw. You may like our Facebook page, Times 360 Malawi, subscribe to 1895, and follow us on Twitter at Times 360 Malawi. Now, remember to wash your hands regularly, observe social and physical distance, mask up, and get vaccinated to prevent COVID-19. Please stay safe. I'm Elita Soko. Have a lovely night.